Good morning, children. I hope that you are in good mood and health. Let's start our lesson. The topic of our lesson is How does my school look like? The lesson is done by teaching Marina Ruslanovna, a teacher of English, school number 107, Odessa. The topic of our lesson is How does my school look like? Aims of the lesson are to recognize words in listening, to practice words related to a school life, to improve writing skills, to stimulate students to an independent work. I want you to start from warming up. Давайте почнемо з розминки. The first task is to give synonyms of the words. There are words: holiday, form, pupils, timetable, school year. And now let's check synonyms of them. They are vacation, form, it is great, pupils are students, timetable are schedule, and school year is an academic year. So, let's continue our warming up. Let's revise what we know about different types of school. The task is to find an explanation of each educational establishment. Знайдіть пояснення кожної ланці навчання. Kindergarten, primary school, secondary school, boarding school, single-sex school. And here are descriptions or explanations of them. A school which provides meals and an accommodation for the pupils during term time. B. A school for children from the first to the fourth form. C. A school in which pupils of one sex, boys or girls, study separately. D. An establishment where children below 6 or 7 play and learn. And E. A school that offers a general education. Now let's check. Kindergarten is D. An establishment where children below 6 or 7 play and learn. Primary school is B. A school for children from the first to fourth form. Secondary school is E. A school that offers a general education. Boarding school is A. A school which provides meals and accommodation for the pupils during term time. And the last one, single-sex school, is C. A school in which pupils of one sex, boys or girls, study separately. I hope that you remember a lot of school subjects. Let's revise some of them together. Watch the video and repeat after the speech. And read examples. Сподіваюсь, що ви добре пам'ятаєте назви навчальних предметів. Давайте згадаємо їх разом, послухаємо відео та повторюйте за автором. Читайте приклади застосування слів.
School subjects. The first we'll look at is mathematics. Repeat after me. Mathematics. In British English we can shorten this to maths. Maths. And in American English it is shortened to math. Math. Let's have a look at some vocabulary relating to mathematics. This is multiplication. Repeat after me. Multiplication. And here we have addition. Repeat after me. Addition. Our next word is subtraction. Subtraction. Let's have a look at some other vocabulary you can find in mathematics. Fractions. Fractions. And here we have a percentage. Percentage. Our next word is algebra. Algebra. Okay, let's use some of these new words in some example sentences. Today in math class, we began learning about fractions. Today in math class, we began learning about fractions. Let's have another example. In school, I love mathematics, especially multiplication. In school, I love mathematics, especially multiplication. Let's move on to our next subject. Geography. Geography. So, what exactly is geography? Geography is the study of the physical features of the Earth and its atmosphere, and of human activity as it affects and is affected by these, including the distribution of populations and resources, and political and economic activities. If you love geography, check out our vocabulary series on world geography. It's really popular and it's really fun. Available on our YouTube and Facebook channels. And let's look at another example. For my geography project, I am researching volcanoes. For my geography project, I am researching volcanoes. Let's move on to our next subject. History. Repeat after me. History. Let's take a look at some topics you might learn about in history class. The ancient world, or different empires, medieval history, the Renaissance, or industrialization, colonization, the world wars, or how about the modern age? Let's use some of these new words in example sentences. Today in history class, we studied the Renaissance in Europe. After geography class, the students had a history exam on industrialization. After geography class, the students had a history exam on industrialization. And that example brings us to the end of our video. We hope you...
Our next task is listening. Listen to a woman who is talking about different school subjects. After listening, fill in the gaps. In each gap, you should put the name of one subject. Let's name all of them. History, science, geography, music, math, art. Наступне завдання – це аудіювання. Прослухати жінку, яка розповідає про різні шкільні дисципліни. Після прослуховування заповніть пропуски. У кожній пропуск потрібно вписати лише одне слово. Let's start listening. Be careful.
You can learn important facts about the past in history. You can count and add numbers together in maths. In geography, you can learn about rocks and caves. You can learn how to sing and play instruments in music. You can do experiments in science. You can draw and paint in art.
Now, let's check. You count and add numbers together in math. You can learn about rocks and caves in geography. You might learn important facts about the past in history. You might learn how to sing and play instruments in music. You may do experiments in science. You draw and paint in art. Next task. Write down the sentences into your copybooks. Continue them as if they were true for you. Запишіть речення у ваші зошити, продовжуйте їх так, щоб вони були правдою для вас. Let's read. If I had the chance to change something in my school, I would. Second, there are some reasons why I like my school. Firstly, third, my school is really a very comfortable place. We've got. Fourth, school is an important part of every person's life. School is a place where we get. And here you can see possible answers to the questions. First, I would like children to start working more independently. Я би хотів, щоб діти почали працювати більш самостійно. Second, firstly, it is a quiet and comfortable place for studying. Secondly, we have many hardworking and reliable teachers. По-перше, вона дуже тиха та комфортна для навчання. По-друге, ми маємо працелюбних та надійних вчителів. Third, we have got really cozy classrooms. Ми маємо дійсно комфортні класи. And the last one, school is a place where we get knowledge and communication. Школа – це місце, де ми отримуємо знання та спілкування з однолітками. The next task is describing my school. Let's describe schools where you study. As you know, school is our home from home. We spend a lot of time there, study and find friends. It is a place where we feel happy, sad, excited, angry, protected and safe. So your task is to describe a place where you spend so much time. Пропоную вам описати школи, у яких ви навчаєтесь. Як ви знаєте, школа – це наш другий дім. Ми проводимо багато часу там. Навчаємось та знаходимо друзів. Це місце, у якому ми почуваємося щасливими, сумними, захопленими, злими, захищеними та у безпеці. Отож, наша задача – це описати місце, в якому ми проводимо так багато часу. To make this task easier, I will divide a description of a school into 7 steps. Step 1. Tell about a type of school. Here you can see different types of schools. They are public, private, primary, secondary, day, night, state, and etc. Answer the questions. Do you go to a secondary school or to a high school? Is your school private? Do you know any other types of schools that are not listed above? For example, I study at a secondary school. It's a state school, but we have everything we need. Я навчаюся у середній школі. Це державна школа, але ми маємо усе необхідне. Step 2. Describing a classroom. Here you can see adjectives for describing a classroom. Spacious, roomy, crowded, lively, noisy, possessive, and more. Classrooms are an interesting environment. However, they can be welcoming or distressing, depending on the size, mood, and location of the class. The adjectives above can be used to describe a classroom. For example, my classroom is quite tiny, but it's well organized and safe. There are always many students inside it, so it is crowded and noisy. We haven't got pictures on the wall, it's really distressing. Моя класна кімната дійсно не маленька, але вона дуже добре організована та безпечна. В ній завжди багато учнів, тому в нас завжди шумно та багато людей. В нас немає картин на стінах, то це трохи засмучує. Step number 3. Describing school in general. Here you can see adjectives for describing school. They are good, popular, great, beautiful, inspiring, ugly, clean, and etc. Answer the questions. What is your school like? Do you go to a good school? Is your school well equipped? I'm sure that you hear all these questions all the time. What do you usually answer? For example, My school is great. The building is old, but inside we have many modern and well-equipped classrooms. It is always clean and not overcrowded. Моя школа неймовірна. Будівля достатньо стара, але всередині в нас багато сучасних і добре оснащених класних кімнат. Там завжди чисто та небагато людей. Step number 4. Tell about your school subjects. Here you can see vocabulary for school subjects. They are English, math, geography, physical education, biology, art, Spanish, French, physics, and more. Subjects are often divided into literary, artistic, and scientific categories. What do you like learning? For example, we study a lot of school subjects. I am really good at some of them. As for me, math, history, and Ukrainian language are the best. I am not good at biology and chemistry. Ми вивчаємо багато шкільних предметів. Я дійсно добре навчаюся на деяких з них. Для мене математика, історія та українська мова найкращі. Я не дуже гарно навчаюся на біології та хімії. Step number 5. Tell about your school places. They may be classroom, library, cafeteria, art room, canteen, music room, gym, and more. Answer the question. Do you like going to school? What is your favorite place at school? The canteen, the laboratory, the playground? For example, my favorite places at secondary school are the English, French, and home economic classrooms. They were lovely, productive, and inspiring. Moreover, something good was always happening there. Мої улюблені місця в середній школі були клас англійської, французької та рідної економіки. Вони дуже привабливі, продуктивні та надихаючі. До того ж, дещо хороше завжди ставалося там. And step number 6. Tell about your classmates. What words can you use to describe a pupil or a student? It is a rather complicated topic because such descriptions are very subjective. It is easy to get upset when someone says something about you and you do not agree with that. Here you can see adjectives for describing a student. They are weak, good, shy, talented, careful, gifted, brilliant, and more. For example, my friend Kathy is a talented student who doesn't want to use her talent at studying. Моя подруга Катя дуже талановита учениця, але вона не хоче застосовувати свій талант у навчанні. And the final step, step number 7, tell about your teachers. Here you can see adjectives for describing a teacher. They are charismatic, nervous, energetic, caring, passionate, and more. Have you ever described one of your teachers before? What was the context and what did you say? Did you think that what you said was good enough to be heard by the teacher in questions? For example, our math teacher is passionate about what he teaches and all the students love him. On the other hand, our history teacher is nervous and unpredictable. Hence, he should retire as soon as he can. Наш вчитель математики дуже страстно відноситься до свого предмета, і всі студенти полюбляють його. З іншого боку, наш вчитель історії дуже нервовий та непередбачуваний, отож йому слід піти на пенсію так скоро, як тільки він зможе. So, I'm looking forward to your descriptions of schools. Write in comments. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Goodbye.